we're using CHS as our business
Mm-hmm.
Industry, can you just kind of explain how CHS fits into that role, how it fits into that industry?
So CHS is the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the United States. So obviously that means it's a huge business. You know, it from anywhere from lawyers to, you know, the financial advisors to, I mean, it's huge. CHS doesn't just do grains and marketing. I mean, they have, I don't know if anybody else touched on this, but there's, I believe, 2 large oil refineries. So they do a lot with, you know, the fuels, the Cenex, you know, like our local C-stores, but Cenex Fuel, Cenex brand, that's like a division or a brand of CHS. So yeah, so business-wise, I mean, it's not only is it in ag business, but it's in the energy business section as well. Also the animal the animal feed side of things as well. So basically, I would say there's 3 major businesses within, you know, kind of that CHS umbrella, and then I mean, not to mention the international trade and marketing that occurs.
Mm-hmm.
There's CHS locations abroad. So it is, I mean, it's a large corporation. So it takes, I mean, it's got so many different facets and areas, and if a person is willing to, you know, to move, CHS could probably find a position for you somewhere, whether it's abroad or in the United States. I mean, it's got that large of a reach.
Okay. So kind of an add-on to that question, how does being here in this corner of the state,
Mm-hmm.
in this rural area,
Mm-hmm.
how does it serve as a benefit? Like,
Mm-hmm.
are there advantages to being out here, and are there challenges?
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we struggle with out
Yeah.
here, is getting, because we bridge between BOCES and the Division of Voc Rehab,
Right.
which is mostly metro. They don't
Yeah.
understand some of the challenges, so we deal with the bureaucracy, like,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
of people who don't understand what rural Colorado
Yeah.
is about. So
Yeah.
if there's ways that it makes it, if it's advantage or if it's disadvantage, if
Mhm.
you can address some of those
Okay.
too.
I would say there are both advantages and disadvantages to working for a company as large as CHS. The advantages are things, especially if you're an employee, amazing healthcare. I mean, we just have great insurance. Again, I've had a few other jobs, and this one is second to none as far as the benefits. We have a pension plan and a retirement plan, so we kind of have our bases covered there, that we're pretty diverse in the retirement that CHS offers. I mean, so there's a lot of perks, especially in this day and age where healthcare is very expensive and critical to have. So it, you know, for my family, there's 5 in my family, including me, and all 5 of us are on this plan, and it's way more economical than my husband, who's a school teacher.
Right.
So, you know, so those are the advantages. You know, then as far as just your opportunity for advancement. Me personally, this is my home, this is where I want to stay, so I'm not looking to move to our corporate headquarters in Minnesota. However, if that were a career aspiration for you or for me, but it's attainable, it's doable. Many of the general managers have worked their way through the ranks, and that's how they ended up as a general manager, you know, of their particular business unit. And then those general managers have moved on up to regional, you know, and continue to move on up through the ranks. So again, I think it's just really where you are in your career and what you want out of your career. Because with CHS, I think you could go a long way. You could go all the way. Again, work abroad. There's many opportunities to do that. So then the flip side of that is that yes, sometimes it is challenging working for a large corporation, because you don't have somebody in the next office over that can help you out with something. IT is an example. I don't have anybody here that can help me that, you know, I can bring over here and say, hey, I'm having this problem with my computer. Can you just walk me through it? Technology is great in that they can take my computer over and they can kind of do it for me and I can try to watch, but that's not the same as having somebody here in-house helping you with that. I see it a lot probably on the human resources side where there's a problem with the paycheck. The paycheck didn't come, there were questions if it's accurate or not. And my hands are tied because I can only see a limited view of what that employee wants me to see. And then I have to rely on talking to my payroll representative that is in Minnesota. She's got hundreds of other businesses that she's responsible for helping. So I might not hear back from her for a few days. And it's not her fault, it's nothing on her. It's just that she's spread very thin. So you just have to be patient. Some of that personal interaction doesn't happen when you work for a corporation. So that's the only downfall that I see. And then there's some disconnect just based on where you work. The individuals that, you know, work in our corporate office in Minneapolis, some of them may have never set foot on a farm. And so when you're talking about your busy season or you're talking about working extended hours because it's wheat harvest and people are coming in and bringing grain in at 10 o'clock at night and you know, it's mind-boggling to them because they don't understand. But that's another area for education as well. And so you know, we try to make it a point to continue to educate those that are in the company that they're serving farmers and ranchers, and you know, we have to be mindful of that clientele I mean, they're our owners. They're the owners of the company because it is a cooperative.
Mm-hmm.